She's tapping! She's tapping! Sarah Summers is your new CCW Women's Champion. I can't believe it.
Marni Gras, I want to thank you for taking this time with me. I gotta say, I'm really surprised coming off of what happened after that fatal four-way for the CCW Women's Championship to see you attack Sarah Summers after she won the championship. Do you have any words for why you do that?
Really, what we're all surprised by is the fact that Sarah Summers won. I mean, that's the shocker here. We all know that it was supposed to be me. That's my title. I was the first ever CCW Women's Champion. But I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to try to let the past go for now, because tonight we are going to focus on the Ashlynn McClure Memorial. This is my first year to enter the Ashlynn McClure Memorial. Sarah's fine as a placeholder for now. I hope she's enjoyed this past month, because tonight will be the last time she defends this championship, because it's going to come home with me. And then next year, we're going to show what the Ashlynn McClure Memorial women can do by entering this tournament, and then we can take over from there and take other titles that others aren't expecting. But once again, I will be the first ever to do that, because let's not forget what greatness really is.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Let's get to the ring.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to CCW Chaos here on the official channel for Cape Championship Wrestling on YouTube. And guys, we have a huge match to kick off tonight. It's a title match here in the women's division. My name is Seanan Young. I'm here with Asa Gray, Ali Hebert, the Big D, Dalton Anthony, and Asa. This match, huge ramifications on the women's division here at CCW.
No, absolutely. Sarah Summers defending that CCW Women's Championship for the first time against her former best friend, Marni Gras.
And Marni Gras, you heard that interview earlier, says that the hardest part to believe about all this is that Sarah Summers won.
It's not hard to believe.
No, not at all. Like we always see how much fire and fighting spirit Sarah brings to each and every match that she's in. And a lot of people were willing to write her off in that fatal four-way that we saw at Super Show 2. But Sarah made Diamond Dog tap.
Yeah, look who's the champion. Ali, we know you're good friends with Sarah Summers. How heartbroken was she when Marni Gras attacked her after her title match, when she should have been celebrating with her best friend?
It hurt, but I think the fact that she got the championship that she worked so hard for made it better, made it a little easier.
It's a good Band-Aid. As you can see there, Asa, you talked to Marni Gras earlier, and you see her kind of holding her ears right there. Something seems off about her. This is someone we know, and what's changed in her?
Honestly, I don't know. We've had her on as she just immediately starting low with that hard kick there. When we had her and Megan a little bit on CCW Live, Marni Gras has always kind of been
the brash
colder,
one.
a little bit more off-putting.
Right.
But I really didn't think that we would see that full just betrayal of her friend, someone who she had been working with to kind of, show her to the light. We thought that she would be above something like this, but now I think this is Sarah's chance that we see her here just maybe having a little bit of fun with her to kind of show her that she does deserve that championship.
Or maybe going easy on her. Maybe those feelings of friendship are still there. Dalton, not the first time that Marni Gras and Sarah Summers have locked up, not even in CCW in general, but these guys have a storied history behind this.
Yeah, and that should make for an interesting matchup for the championship. We should see a lot of reversals, a lot of turning of tides, maybe a lot of back and forth in this match.
They know each other very, very well, as you see. Marni Gras trying to Irish whip Sarah Summers to the corner. Sarah Summers has the power advantage. She's dancing with her.
She knows she has the strength advantage here. She fires Marni Gras off and hip toss.
Calling her in for another one. Marni Gras takes the arm drag over. Sarah Summers in control of this match. Kick to the stomach there. What's she going to go for here? Maybe a suplex. Big stalling suplex. And Marni Gras is in some serious trouble here in this title match. Women's title on the line. Kaeley goes for the count. Only got a 2 count there. Marni Gras, she might be crazy, but she's tough as hell and throws a hell of a punch.
Yeah, we now know just how much the CCW Women's Championship means to her. That she will stab her best friend in the back over it.
As she broke her. It broke her.
Now trading these forearm shots to the face and chest.
But I don't know, Dalton, who do you want to go for in a striking contest? Sarah Summers, obviously more powerful, but we've heard from multiple people that Marni Gras is the hardest hitter in the women's division.
Hardest and precision. She has little elbows, little fists that make those punches just kind of have a little more whiff to them.
Speaking of whiff, she just bounces right into the turnbuckle as Sarah Summers sidesteps that charge and now has her exactly where she wants her with a huge splash.
Sarah soaking in the adulation of the crowd. They're well-deserved. Sarah Summers, one of the most beloved wrestlers here in CCW, a title that used to be held by Marni Gras until this change of heart recently that caused her to turn her back on her best friend, Sarah Summers. And Sarah taking her up to the top rope now, slug to the face for good measure. Going to go for 2. Don't like what she's thinking up here. Maybe a superplex off the top. Marni Gras fighting out of that. Pushes Sarah Summers off the top rope. Oh, kick to the chest there. Staggers Sarah Summers. Marni Gras is fast and dangerous. Hurricane Rana.
Just plants Sarah almost face first right into the mat. That was almost a spike Hurricane Rana.
And she definitely smashed her head, and I think Marni Gras going to go for the pin here. Really close to the ropes. 2 count, only got a 2. Sarah's still smart enough and there enough to kick out. You see the frustration there, Asa.
And this is something new that we have seen with Marni Gras. Normally Marni Gras...
Well, what was that?
What? Do what? Be my best friend. Wait a minute. What did you say? What? You said
Was she calling her
what?
Megan?
I said Megan.
Oh!
Megan's not here.
I don't know who's in that head right now.
Oh, but Marni Gras has snapped. I was going to say, we haven't seen her stand and argue with the ref after not getting a count that she wanted. She would immediately stay on her opponent, but now she's taking the time to argue with Kaeley, and now Sarah's clearly gotten into her head.
Yeah, but I don't think it worked out quite the way Sarah wanted. I don't know if that was an attempt to mess with Marni Gras' head to take the advantage, or if she was legitimately trying to reach her friend that she thinks is still in that twisted heart of Marni Gras. Either way, it did not work out well for her. She took the kick and now the front face lock. Although Sarah Summers gets her into the ropes. No, sorry, Marni Gras still in control, dragging her over there. What are we going to see here? Oh, Sarah Summers kicks out of that, thank God. Oh!
Just planning.
That might be it. But no, foot is on the ropes. Marni Gras foot on the ropes. Smart move by the veteran, by the former champion. Sarah drags her back out to the middle of the ring. Oh, quick roll up by Marni Gras. 1, 2 is a new champion. No. Sarah kicks out at 2. Marni Gras not happy with that call. Sarah catches the arm, picks her up. Wheelbarrow. Gonna go for the pin here. Will this be enough to put away Marni Gras? 1, 2, 3. That's it. Sarah Summers retains the title. Still your women's champion.
Not surprised.
No, I mean, we all know
You're wearing a summertime shirt. I think you should be disqualified.
I mean, in fairness, we know that Sarah Summers deserves this CCW Women's Championship.
Oh, 100%.
You kind of have to think that hopefully now she's proven this to Marni Gras and she can kind of
But do you think this
move on and accept that fact.
I don't think Marni Gras will accept that fact. She, as far as I can tell, she feels like she owns that title. Friends be damned.
No, I absolutely agree. I don't see Marni Gras really kind of having an extreme change of heart like we saw weeks ago, but I would like to think so.
I would also like to think so. These are two people that we have grown very close to, Sarah Summers and Marni Gras both.
And even look at Sarah's face. She almost doesn't look happy that she's won. If you would have said that that's the face that Sarah Summers makes after retaining the CCW Women's Championship, I don't think I could have believed you.
I think the saga will continue between Sarah Summers and Marni Gras as you see your women's champion right there. Up next in the main event, we have Brandon Barbwire and Marko Stunt in another first-round matchup, almost like second-round matchup for the Ashlynn McClure Memorial. And guys, here in a second, we want to take you back to what happened last week between Austin and Marko. Like we said, guys, last week, main event, Marko Stunt, Austin Lane, a rematch of the 2017 Match of the Year. And this thing fell apart very quickly, Asa.
Yeah, it really devolved. I still stand by this fact, by my, I guess it's an opinion, clearly, that I don't think this match should have begun when it did. Both men were not in the ring at the same time. There wasn't even the pat down. But Kaeley, the referee's decision is final. And Marko with a huge upset win over CCW champion Austin Lane. But as we see now, that totally set Austin Lane up.
It was despicable.
I completely understand the frustrations and everything that Austin Lane has been going through, but this right here, the spike pile driver, we're not even going to call it the PW driver anymore.
No, we're taking it back.
This onto the floor, it was too much.
We will have an update on Marko Stunt. Will he be ready for the main event? Will he be available to fight Brandon Barbwire tonight? Well, the answer is yes, with an asterisk.
This is hard to watch.
Disgusting is what it is.
Eat, sleep, train, repeat. Eat, sleep, train, repeat. Eat, sleep, train, repeat. Eat, sleep, train, repeat.
All right, guys, main event time here on CCW Chaos. And we see Brandon Barbwire coming to the ring here. I don't know what's up with this eat, train, sleep, repeat thing. We've been seeing it for weeks. What the hell is it?
Somehow it gets into the broadcast. It's not there.
It's not in our notes.
It's not in the notes that we use when we write up the shows. It's not in the final cut that we send to Zach. It's not even. Zach says he doesn't even know where it comes from.
But here's so we mentioned earlier, will Marko be able to wrestle tonight? Yes, with an asterisk. Marko,
he's here.
He's here. We know he's here. We've seen him in the back. I did not get a chance to talk to him. I don't know how
he is. As soon as he got to the arena, Lane immediately called for him to be in his office. So,
Dalton, do you have any updates on this? You're the man. You're snooping around backstage.
Not a single thing. I hope he's okay to compete.
We know he was very seriously hurt. We don't know the extent of it. They've all kept it very tight-lipped, very hush-hush. He is still scheduled to fight Brandon Barbwire here tonight, but after seeing what Austin Lane did last week, it's hard to believe that anyone can come back from that so quickly.
And Brandon does not want to buy victory.
Yeah, look at him right there.
He doesn't want to. He wants to prove that he's the best to get to the finals of the Ashlynn McClure Memorial Cup.
And I think Brandon, he's kind of underhanded sometimes. He'll be the first one to tell you, but he's not heartless. He's always been a straight-up guy. He's been truthful. And we know for a fact, as we talked to him earlier in the evening, that he doesn't want to fight a hurt Marko Stunt. That may not be a problem, though.
It's less that he doesn't want to fight Marko Stunt. He just doesn't want to be the one to end his career.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fight. He wants to fight him at his best.
He doesn't want to put the final nail in, the coffin
of such a young man's career. I mean, Marko Stunt, extremely. And there he is. Marko Stunt is here. Oh, but there's Lane. Well, Lane begging him not to do this.
And even just coming to the ring, he's holding his neck. He's still clearly hurt from that vile attack from Austin Lane.
I mean, Lane is practically begging.
I mean, the Ashlynn McClure, this is the first ever Ashlynn McClure Memorial Cup. This is a huge deal. Marko knows that, but again, we've talked about it before. At what cost?
Yeah, is it worth your career? Dalton, that pile driver, we've seen it before. It's an incredibly dangerous move. What could it do to Marko if he's still hurt? What is he looking at if he hits the wrong way?
And it's super important to note that Lane did not give me any kind of medical reports on Marko, but when it's a pile driver, you have a lot of risk to the top of your head and neck. When it's on a concrete floor, you're looking at a possible concussion. You're looking at some serious damage. You're looking at maybe a compressed vertebrae or two. That being said, I would like to think that Lane wouldn't even let him get in gear if that wasn't the case.
Look, I hate to see a grown man cry. I love you, and I appreciate you looking out for me. But I'm getting in this match.
And Marko's getting in the ring. He said, I'm getting in this match. Asa, right on the money when you say how important.
I have to let him.
He's cleared to wrestle.
Yeah,
Lane just said it.
Greenville, Alabama, weighing in at 125 pounds,
Marko is a crowd favorite. He was would you say an underdog to win the tournament in the beginning?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
With the level of talent that's in this tournament?
when you look at the other competitors, you have former tag team champions, you have former CCW champions. Marko is the current tag team champion, though. We have seen such improvement in him in such a short amount of time that it's hard to say that, it's hard to root against him, but at the same time, when you're looking at your Brandon Barbwires against your Austin Lanes,
Right.
Hollis, Del Tucker, Billy Hills, there's so many, Jackson Crowley, there's so many amazing competitors that, he's kind of the dark horse.
Well, you see right now, referee Kaeley Blankenship and our ring announcer talking to Marko, trying to talk him out of this, asking him, are you sure you want to do this? He says yes. Kaeley telling Brandon he wants to do it. And, you're talking about all that great talent in the tournament that we've got. And, I hear the name Austin Lane now. I feel a little sick to my stomach. My stomach turns a little bit thinking about this monster that used to be our friend. But this isn't about Austin Lane. What Austin Lane did to Marko Stunt last week, if Marko is good to go, forget it. Forget Austin. Let's talk about people that win and have advanced in this tournament, and that is Marko and Brandon.
No. I'm going to beat you, and then I'm going to go on. I'm going to beat Jackson, and I'm winning that cup. Whoa!
That's big talk.
It is.
I don't think this is a good idea.
I don't care. I don't care what you think. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to win this cup. Okay?
I understand the heart of Marko, but Brandon's
giving him an out here. Brandon's
so
dangerous.
He's a veteran. Brandon is a veteran of this business.
I'm sick of everyone treating me like a little boy. Treat me like a damn man.
Woo. The match is on. Brandon and Marko locking up here. I agree with Brandon. I don't think this is a good idea. Marko, definitely the heart of a warrior, but pride can kill a man.
Did what you asked.
Do it again.
I mean, you got to respect the intensity of Marko and the drive and the just sheer willpower here against Brandon Barbwire, but I don't know how smart this is.
No, this is the first ever CCW champion. This is Brandon Barbwire, Missouri's most malicious. If you tell him to go for it, he's going to go for it. I'm honestly surprised that wasn't it right there. I mean, look at Marko. Look at the pain on Marko Stunt's face. Brandon going for a suplex here and with authority goes for another pin. That's got to be it. No. Oh.
You saw the cover there. He didn't have all of his weight across the shoulders. Brandon might be underestimating Marko here. I know he doesn't want to hurt him. He doesn't want to. We said earlier, there's a risk here that Marko's career is on the line, potentially.
Yeah. One wrong move, one stinger to the back, to the neck could be the end of Marko Stunt's career. And the kid, he's barely over 20. 2 count there as Marko still kicking out. He's got his entire career ahead of him. There will be other tournaments. There will be other trophies. But to go against Austin Lane and to see what Austin Lane did to him, and now to go up against Brandon Barbwire of all people.
Oh! But he rocks Brandon with a hard elbow strike right to the jaw.
Another one there. Marko off the ropes, and look, he couldn't do it. Still not 100%, obviously. Brandon, wait, Marko with the roll up. 1, 2, 3, got him! Marko Stunt just pinned Brandon Barbwire.
I can't believe it. Brandon can't believe it.
Out of nowhere, so quick.
Marko Stunt is now moving on to the finals.
He's gonna fight Jackson Crowley for that trophy. And Brandon, it's both a look of, I think, anger and surprise, and kind of,
I think he's a little proud of him.
He's a little happy. Yeah, he's smiling. That's offsetting.
So we had Sarah Summers not being ecstatic to retain a CCW Women's Championship, and Brandon Barbwire smiling after losing a match.
Are we in Canada?
I don't know what's happening tonight.
A shaking of his hand there, Austin Lane. You see what a gracious loser looks like? You piece of trash.
Again, words we didn't think we'd be saying in 2018.
Yeah, I don't know this is Bizarro land. Allie, you got anything on this?
Hopefully Marko can survive through the finale.
Yeah, because, we're making jokes now. Brandon is impressive. This is a huge win for Marko, but he still has one more match.